Hello YouTube, Moostro here with another exciting episode of Banished Twin Lakes. Let's hop into the game right away. Okay, a quick assessment of our resources. We're looking okay on food and firewood. Iron, we started getting our mines up and running, so hopefully we can get that number higher. Our tools are still a little bit low given our population. Really, I'd like to have that up in the numbers of 50 to 60. So we're gonna get somebody making those. We've got that going on. Hopefully they can catch up. And in our last episode, we developed this region, which is where a lot of our mining is going to go and the development of the mining resources. We also finished our Forester Lodge area, and now the next thing on the list of objectives that I want to tackle is I want to get this farm supplier up and running so that we can start to get resources flowing into the town for the crops. So let's take a look. We need to pull that off. We need to get a fair amount of log, stone, we have the lumber. So we're going to set our workers towards gathering stone for the purpose of that. The workers here, kick that stone limit up. We'll let them continue to be gathering stone. We have a builder, handful of builders are going to be building the storage warehouse for the goods that come out of here. And the spare laborer, I'm going to set off on a mission of gathering stone. Now looking around the map, in the immediate vicinity, probably over here is where we'll gather the stone. And unpause time, let things roll. One of my YouTube commenters and fellow Twitch streamers said that they enjoy the longer format of the videos, and I was considering releasing both the edited down version and the longer format as separate playlists, so that the people who are interested in watching the longer format could follow that playlist. Tell me what you think of this in the comments below. Students are at capacity, which means we need to actually consider having a larger school, or else some of our student population might arrive uneducated. Oh yes, we have these two houses being built. That should help too with that housing needs of the town. So a larger school, that definitely looks humorous, all skinny like right now, but we're going to eventually have next to it two warehouses that support it, and it will look less strange. So for now, we just have a funny looking building. Oh yeah, we also had concluded that I cannot cook iron ore into iron until I have furnace fuel. So I needed to get the furnace fuel refinery up and running. But the real issue here right now is I'm having trouble with my stone count. Need to get that stone count up. These guys are pulling out not a lot of stone. Okay, we got these students transferred from the small school to the large school. That'll handle the capacity better. Eventually I'm going to have the university, and the university will house, I think, 30 students, which is certainly enough for a pretty large town. So we can do away with that structure as well. I think I said to remove that structure. Okay, I'm a little bit confused. Oh, the blacksmiths are over here. I don't want anybody in this building yet, because they can't work. That's why the drain on... Aw, geez. Serious strain on resources. So while I thought I had somebody working here, what really was going on is I had one blacksmith available, and that blacksmith took up residence working in this building and was unable to create the iron. So I had to take them off, and now my tools have depleted to 0. Hopefully this person can get it back up and running quickly. Let's get time moving. I've got 4 people without tools. That's so not good. Pending tool apocalypse. Come on, Marilyn, you can do this. You have a tool. That's good. Okay. 5 people without tools. 6 people without tools. Eek. So I've been told what I can do is opt to tear down buildings with one resident in them. They will become homeless, and then I can reclaim the house, and both of those citizens will move into the house. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try that here. We're going to suggest knocking down these buildings. It's going to make them homeless. Before it's totally demolished, I will reclaim it. The two homeless people should merge together into a single house. Uh-oh, I might have created a situation where we have homeless person. They're kicked out of the house. You're homeless, and you won't live with Xavi. Oh, because I understand that. I should have checked the gender of both of them. I think that played into it. Well, I guess we're going to need to build a house for Thayer. And since we have a bunch of build out happening down here, it would make sense to start to get some homes that tend to this part of the map. All right, we've got the trader in place, and we've started to develop this Quayside Bay area. That looks beautiful. We're going to put somebody in there and immediately start them on the process of gathering our trading resource. We're going to put them on firewood for now, and firewood is a good early game trading resource, although one of the best ones I think is to convert flowers into perfume. Thank you, Derpy Moose, for that suggestion, because that's quite amazing. Let's kick this down to one worker, get you on there. 625 should buy you one seed, so we'll start with that, and they are close to where the firewood is, so that should be moved quite rapidly. That is another efficiency that you can do, is by having your firewood cutter close to there. Which means if I'm eventually going to be funding this with flower perfume, then I should have my perfumery also located close to downtown. And I'm going to look at what sort of flower resources that we have. 865 flour, so I think we're almost to the point where we have enough spare laborers that we could get somebody starting to produce perfume. So that might be a consideration for where to head next with my construction. But let's get this house built. We've got one homeless person. We've got a hunter that is, for whatever reason, I had too many hunters. So let's undo that hunter. Okay. Oh, it's because I asked to tear down this one. So Okay, so this area right here is our first perfumery location. We're going to have the perfumery there, again keeping resources close to where they're going to be needed, which is the trading dock. The perfumery, in order to make perfume, will need to have access to water, so I have a windmill pump here which should provide some water. I then included 3 storage sheds and a storage crate, simply to keep some storage popping up on the map to kind of round out this block. So we're going to go ahead and prioritize that build. We should have most all of the resources needed to build that. And we have this house under construction. Let's actually finish the house first. And then we'll go over and deal with the perfumery. Right, we have the house has been taken up by 2 people. Looks like we might still have 1 homeless person. So we're going to also get this house underway. Prioritize that house. And while that house is being built, I want to start to consider some storage. Outside these houses. These little storage cellars look okay on this house, but not certain that that's what I want. Another thing that I could do is I could consider having a small cart located in front of the house. Which is aesthetically pretty nice. I'll do that. All right, we got a house, and there the old 60-year-old man has moved into it. 61 now. Got a little wood shed next to it. That's kind of a nice touch. Each house kind of having its own wood shed. It does kind of break apart the neighborliness next to them, but they'll also have a wagon for storing goods in. But over here, our perfume land is actually getting nicely developed. I am a little bothered by these places having different roof styles. Am I bothered enough to cut it down? Maybe in the future. Not at this time. What we want to do is we want to take our workers. We're going to have 1 worker making perfume, and we're going to have 1 worker making water. And that is a nice little block. I like that city block. Yes, that's lovely. And we're just going to start stocking this thing with perfume as soon as it comes in. So we'll put perfume on this list. Oh, I can't put perfume on the list yet because I don't have perfume to put on there. Okay. I think this is where we'll conclude the episode. We got some of our houses up and running for the soon-to-be mining town that has gone there. We've increased the number of residencies in our forestry hub, and we started getting our trading outpost laid out for the arrival of our goods. And I'm so excited about that. Thank you for tuning in. This is Moostro. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Moostro signing out. Have a good evening.